Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I am going to speak about the well-known Stephen Krashen's model in second language acquisition. Stephen Krashen's model was like one of the most influential works when it comes to second language acquisition field. His ideas seem to be like connected with the innate theory of Chomsky that claims we are born with a language faculty or a language capacity that enables us to understand, acquire, and use language. So the model is based on 5 hypotheses. The first one is the acquisition learning theory. Acquisition happens naturally outside of awareness while interacting with the L2 language. Whereas learning is a conscious and intentional process. Krashen claims that the acquired and learned knowledge are stored separately in the brain. Moreover, learned knowledge can't be converted to an acquired knowledge. The second hypothesis is the monitor hypothesis, which claims that the primary function of the learned knowledge is to monitor or edit the acquired knowledge, while of course the language production. Learners can always consult their learned knowledge to ensure the accuracy of their language production. The third hypothesis is the natural order hypothesis. It says that learners follow a certain order and go through stages in the acquisition process of grammatical structures. And of course, this order is independent from the complexity of the structures. The fourth hypothesis is the input hypothesis, and I think this is the most important one in the model. It says that learners acquire language only by receiving what we call comprehensible input, and Krashen refers to it as the I+1. So you can find the input hypothesis or the I+1. The I refers to the current level of proficiency, which means that learners should be exposed to an input that is slightly beyond their current level of proficiency. That's why it's the I+1, which means it is slightly beyond their current level of proficiency, which is the I. The last hypothesis is the affective filter hypothesis. So, affective filters are emotional barriers that prevent learners from receiving the input. Therefore, learners have to be comfortable in order to receive the input. And this can help to analyze the different second language outcomes among the learners. Krashen's model can be used to explain that, first, the exposure to L2 input is necessary for second language acquisition. The absence of the comprehensible input makes the second language acquisition impossible. Okay? Second thing is that a great deal of second language acquisition happens incidentally. This confirms that the fact that people are born with a language faculty. The third thing is that the different outcomes of second language acquisition among learners due to the fact that affective filters can prevent some learners from receiving the input. The fourth thing is that the effects of the first language are limited, since all the language acquisition is guided by universal and internal processes. Last but not least, the effects of instructions on second language acquisition are limited. As long as there's a comprehensible input, the acquisition process will take place. The instructions here will only serve in enriching the learned knowledge. The last thing is the effects of the learner's production of language on second language acquisition, which means the output, is the result of the acquisition, not the cause of the acquisition. We know that the input is the reason or the cause of acquisition. The output is just the result of the acquisition, and it does not affect on the language acquisition process, neither negatively or positively. Since second language is internally driven, the focus is on the input, not the output. So this is it, guys. This is the Krashen's model of second language acquisition. I hope I was brief enough, and I hope I clarified it to you. If you liked the video again, just hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and wait for other videos, inshallah. Peace.